No load and block rotor test on three-phase induction motor can be conducted with a proper set of equipments and the circuit diagram. The main intention to conduct this no load and block rotor test on the three-phase induction motor is to draw the equivalent circuit diagram and circle diagram of three-phase induction motor, and finally we are going to determine the performance parameters of the induction motor at the different load conditions. Some set of apparatus are required to conduct the no load and block rotor test as shown in the table. So the first one is we need three-phase induction motor, one number, and three-phase auto transformer, again one number, and one ammeter, one voltmeter, and two wattmeters, and some connecting wires are required to make the connection. The components or the equipment which are using for the conduction of no load and block rotor test should be selected as per the specification and range which are mentioned in the apparatus required table. The next is circuit diagram. With the help of circuit diagram we can make the connection. The circuit diagram is shown in the slide. With the help of that circuit diagram we can make the connection. So at the right side of the slide you can observe the three coils of the induction motors which are marked as U1, U2, V1, V2, W1 and W2. We can make the three-phase motor in star or delta configuration. Here we are making the winding connection in delta configuration. Right, with the help of the connection diagram, delta connection diagram, we can make the winding connections, because only 3 wires are taken or 6 wires are taken out from the actual machine, induction machine, which are given on the 6 terminals on the setup board in the laboratory. So we are having 6 terminals which are marked as U1, U2, V1, V2, W1 and W2. So with the help of delta connection diagram we can make the induction motor connection in delta configuration. With the help of the circuit diagram we can make the connection, like the connections from main supply to the input of the auto transformer. So you can observe here the setup from which we can make the we can do the no load and block rotor test on three-phase induction motors. So first we need to make the connection between main supply and input of the three-phase auto transformer. 3 wires should be taken from main supply. It is three-phase supply RYB, that is connected to the input terminals of the auto transformer, RYB input terminals of the auto transformer, right? So the other connections can also be done with the help of circuit diagram. You can show the meters which are using for the conduction of no load test, right? Further we can do the connection as per the circuit diagram. The first step in the conduction is, first we need to switch on the main supply, that is three-phase supply. After that, by using three-phase auto transformer we can slowly apply the input voltage to the three-phase induction motor in step by step with the help of three-phase auto transformer, which act as a starter. We can observe the voltage applied from the voltmeter. The rated voltage of the induction motor is 415, right? For conducting no load test we need to apply 415 voltage to the induction motor, so that you can observe here 315 voltage is applying. After applying rated voltage to the induction motor it starts rotating with its rated RPM, that is 1500 RPM on no load. And after that we can take the meter readings like voltmeter reading, ammeter reading. We can observe here ammeter reading, that is no load current, and we can take the no load power from the 2 wattmeters, because we are using 2 wattmeter method for the measuring the 3-phase power. So we need to take all the meter readings and that should be noted down in the observation table. Reading should be taken for a no load test. As I explained the procedure how to conduct the no load test, right? We need to note down the no load test reading like voltmeter reading, ammeter reading, wattmeters reading. Those are nothing but no load voltage, no load current, no load power in the tabular column 1, which is nothing but the readings of no load test of 3-phase induction motor or no load or open circuit test on 3-phase induction motor. The connection diagram is same for both no load test as well as block rotor test. The first step for the block rotor test is, first we need to block the rotor of the 3-phase induction motor by using belt and pulley arrangement. You can observe here how exactly the rotor can be blocked by using belt and pulley arrangement. A pulley is coupled with the shaft of the induction motor, that is the rotor. So a belt is connected here by using adjustment. We can observe here the rotor gets blocked, right? So we can check by using hand. So after that we can conduct this by switching on the main supply. Main supply can be switched on by making the main MCB switch on. You can observe supply is connected to the 3-phase auto transformer. By using a 3-phase auto transformer, we need to apply the reduced amount of voltage to the 3-phase induction motor during no load test, right, to get the rated current in the ammeter. The rated current of the induction motor is 7.5 ampere. We are observing here 7.5 amperes. With respect to that rated current, we need to note down the voltage, no load, the voltage of block rotor test as well as power consumed during blocked rotor test or short circuit test. This test can also call it as a short circuit test. The readings which are taken during this test are called as short circuit readings. Voltmeter reading, short circuit voltage, short circuit current, ammeter reading, short circuit power, it is the readings from 2 wattmeters. So these should be taken. As I explained how to conduct the block rotor test, after conducting block rotor test, right, we need to take the block rotor test reading. Those are nothing but VSC short circuit voltage, ISC short circuit current, W1 and W2, which are nothing but 2 wattmeter readings, right, with respect to the block rotor test. Block rotor test is called as a short circuit test because we are shorting the secondary side of the induction motor. Here the rotor acts as a secondary side, so we are blocking, it means we are shorting the rotor. So the readings which are taken during this test are called as short circuit test, so that we can denote voltage as VSC, current as ISC,